Thank you very much, Diolamma. You know, sometimes a lot of things are better left untold. The sensitivity or issue surrounding our leader Mazen Amdekano is something that there are some certain things we don't need to start discussing.
Yes.
Mazen Amdekano remained the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and I see him as my leader. I'm just the prime minister. He may decide to be the president of Biafra. People don't understand that there are systems of government. He said he don't want to be the president of Biafra, but that was then.
Yes.
Because the people he was dealing with, he was not very sure of them. And so opinions may change along the line. You know, so because of what he will come out to see may make him change, from his previous statement. So, but I just want to inform Biafrans that as a prime minister does not mean that I am the leader of Biafra. In Finland, we have president of Finland, and then we have the prime minister of Finland. So we can also run the same system of government. But the most important thing is that I do not want what is happening now as the liberation of Biafra to be linked to Mazen Amdekano. I have made that very, very clear. What we are doing now is what we are doing for Biafra nation, for ourselves, our future. It must not be linked to Mazen Amdekano. And because I know where the criminals are linking and trying to link those things to that. Every time when we do something the same as in Americano IPOP, we have government in exile. And everything that we are doing today to delegitimize Nigeria is under Biafra government in exile, and under Biafra de facto government, not under IPOB, not under Mazen Amdekano. Okay, so why are they linking it to IPOB? We have Biafra Liberation Army, not Eastern Security Network. And the Biafra Liberation Army continue to delegitimize Nigeria by neutralizing the terrorists in uniform in our land when they come to kill our people as before. And we take responsibility of defending our land, but yet they are calling Eastern Security Network. We don't have Eastern Security Network. We have nothing to do with Eastern Security Network. What we have is Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra government in exile and de facto government in the homeland. So Mazen Amdekano remain the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and as far as I'm concerned, he is one of the key players in this movement. If it comes out today, a lot is going to change. Believe me, a lot is going to change. And haven't seen him, that is not giving up. His place is waiting for him in this government.
Thank you, sir. Biko bata obi anyị fụrụ gị, o nwere picture, o nwere video iwepụtara ọfụ. Ịma ọ na-anọkete nnọọ ịtụpụtakwala anyị something. Ịnọkete igba ekwala anyị film anyị a na-enene. O nwere film ịgbagharị anyị nke ikpeazụ a. Anyị fụrụ gị na ihe a na-eme na 6 October 2020 na Finland. Ịnọ with Biafran flag. Wee na-agbasa ozi ọma, wee na-agwa ndị mmadụ okwu gbasara Biafra na ife na-eme na Biafra, isi that na ife ị na-afụ ọ na-eficha atrocities na-eme na Biafra land na ọ na-agba gị anya mmiri. And our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọ ka nọ ejidere ha kidnap na 2021. So biko anyị chọrọ ịma ajụjụ Biafra nsisi m jụọ gị ọkachasị ụmụ Igbo na ndị IPOB Finland mgbe osa ha ihe mere ihe a ha nọkwa n'ime the meeting ahụ ebe ahụ nọ na-agbasa ozi maka anyị fụrụ Biafran flag ọsọ hens na anyị fụrụ Biafran flag anyị nwa na-eche biko ị nwere ike ịmụnyetụrụ anyị ọkụ kedu ihe mere ebe ahụ kedu so iwu member of IPOB because na since anyị na-afụ onwebedu mgbe anyị nụrụ that na onwe imere mgbe imere ụdị ife dị otu a. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. What people don't understand is that the separation of the chaff from the wheat started a very long time ago. I have been to different IPOB meetings in Finland. They have different factions of IPOB then, okay? And the ones I have with, what I posted, was the original IPOB, the first registered IPOB in Finland, which I believe have the interest of the Biafra movement at heart. I have also been to the meeting of the other IPOB Nigeria. But then, of course, there was still like, nobody knows the difference between the two. So I have been to both. Even more in the IPOB Nigeria than the one you saw in the video, because these are two different IPOB group back then in 2020. And it is also like that in many countries of the world before 2021, when Onyedo was kidnapped. So the issue of this, people identifying that there are criminality and trying to distance themselves and go on their way has been there before 2020 and before Onyedo was kidnapped in 2021. Yes. So the process already has begun. That's what happened.
Okay. Thank you, Obata Obie, because that na amalam ife mmekwu amenye ohere ka ụmụ Biafra sekpọ gị before ịgbapụ ya ọsọ, because anyị ma na ọsọ dịgo n'ọkpa oge ọwụna. Biko, the line is open. Our Obata Obie 1 Agụna Chamber na Biafra niile nọ ya. Omego anyị nwe ụmụ Igbo ife anyị ji wee olu Igbo. So the line is open. No nwere ike kpọọ with 1 minute biko. And ihe iju ajụjụ bara uru ya ụkwa na ajụjụ aba uru biko. 1 minute. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Ndewo.
Ndewo.
Obata Obie.
Ndewo.
Anedo ekele from Ireland, Obata Obie.
Ndewo.
Obata Obie ejikwa m nzu na-edo wee na-akpọbata wee na-ekele gị n'efere mba ụwa nke ada ndị mbụ na ndị egede. And champagne, egotakwa champagne eche na ya bata na link. Ọwụzi na-abata na link. So champagne jikwa ebe a na-afaghị. Obata Obie. Hello?
Hello, a na-anụ ife na-ekwu na ọ na-anụ ife na-ekwu. Gaa n'ihu biko, 1 minute gị na-agụkwa.
Oge biko, Obata Obie, ịma na ebe a na-ata ụmụaka na platfọm Nwaada Diolamma. And ihe chọrọ ikwu tata ụmụaka ụmụ nwaanyị anyị, Obata Obie, ụmụ nwaanyị ndị mụrụ nwa during the war, ndị mụrụ nwa 1967, 68, 69 and 70. These 4 years make four market days na Biafra land. Ụmụ nwaanyị mụrụ nwa na this year afọ ha tara, o nwere ezigbote afọ ha tara, and mmazi ajụjụ our PM na before ndị ọrụ ajụjụ a biko, o nwere little things mma agwa gị maka this ụmụ nwaanyị a mụrụ nwa. Ọ ya njuzi this nke ma ka ihe esi wee sadna.
Just go straight to the question. Go straight to the question, please.
Okay. I just already know because ụmụ nwaanyị a mụrụ nwa during the war tara afọ niile, because during the war a na-anụ ọgụ a dị ime na-agba ọsọ ọgụ, ma ndị mụrụ nwa n'ime ọfịa ma ndị elu zuru dia distin. So ajụjụ m ọnwụ na Biafra abịa, ụmụ nwaanyị a tara afọ wel ndị dị ndụ kịta anụnwa, anyị esokwa wee nye ha ọnọ ruo mgbe anyị enye our patrons ọnọ, ụmụ nwoke ndị nụrụ ọgụ. Ụmụ nwaanyị atara afọ during the war mụrụ nwa, mụcha ụmụ niile ha mụrụ 3 million to 5 million nwụọ na ya. Nye ka m na-ajụ, anyị enyekwa ha ọnọ na ọnwụ na Biafra wee bịa. Ndewo.
Thank you very much. We will immortalize those who have paid biggest price for this nation, Biafra. And restoration of Biafra as an independent nation is the highest honor we will give to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Ndewo.
Ndewo.
Ndewo. Na na-akpọ PM enwere too much chance. O ya hapụkwa ijewa. Hello. Ndewo. 1 minute biko, 1 minute. Ndewo, go straight to the question biko na phone ndị na-akpọ ndị too much biko.
Our Prime Minister Obata Obie, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Ada Chukwu gọzie unu ihe unu na-eme dị anyị mma. Afa m bụ Ebere Chukwu Ọbịageri akụ egbune nwa. Abụ m onye Ọlụ steeti n'ime Biafra anyị. Ọ dịzi nke nlawa na nna Amerịka ụla na-agụ m biko PM mee na ọsịsọ. Ajụjụ mbụrụ na arụrụ ala ndị a na-arụzi kịta na etiti duto na ihe esiri ike na agụrụ dị wee were ego na-emesa ndị be anyị anya ha na-abaghị na nke ndị na-akpụ isi ala. Ama m nwekwa idea ejizie na-emezi arụ kịta a na-aga n'ụlọ na-ebunye ha ego ka ha wee kwere wuru ndị Muslim. Biko ka ihe a ga-eme ihe a na ọ karịana ọkpọrọ ihe ndị ụka arụrụ ala na-arụgodu na saịdị nke ha nwa.
Yeah, that is my least worry. That is not my worry at all. That is not the problem. Once Biafra is declared and restored after some few months or years of battle, their head will be corrected automatically.
Okay.
Independent state of Biafra. You remember that it is condition that make crayfish to bend, right? And you also say that they are giving them money in order to convert. So it is not from their hearts. And the condition is making them to collect money and convert. So once Biafra is declared, the condition that is making them to collect money to convert to what they don't like will automatically disappear from them. Biafra government will correct all those injustices. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Before they call it too much, on ajam. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you. Daalụ for ịga anyị ntị ịdịrazi n'ọnụ anyị. Chukwu gọzie gị, Chukwu gọzie gị, Chukwu gọzie gị, Chukwu dị ogige. Enwere m ajụjụ eju biko. So ajụjụ m wee dị otu a. Ịma na anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra bụ ndị Republican in nature. And ha bịa na nwere onwe anyị na-azọ. Mgbe ọbụla ụmụnne anyị kpọrọ, ọkacha ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo. Majority of them ihe dị ha mkpa bụ social welfare. So ihe a wee na-eme m ka m wee jụọ gị ajụjụ a wee sị, knowing that ebe anyị nọ kịta bụ anyị nwa nọ outside, anyị nwa ji anya anyị wee fụkwa onweghị nke dị perfect.
Mana go straight to your question. I don't know the too much because
ọ bụrụ na Biafra bịa, kedu ụdị government I game operate? Because I want two questions. One. Second,
what do you mean by the government? What do you mean by the government I name operate? You don't know the government will operate.
You go. I ain't a Republican. Social.
You don't know that we have a confederation. We are going to have a confederation, or what kind of government are you talking about?
Okay, mgbe sago nke ahụ. Ihe ọzọ nchọrọ ịjụ kịta bụ obodo anyị si n'ime Aba Africa na-agbanwe nke dị ukwuu.
Just ask your question and not telling me background. Just ask your question.
Okay. Anyị ọ bụrụ na Biafra bịa, asị na a chọrọ inwe common ego na the whole Africa.
Ị na-ekwu okwu Africa,
anyị ga-eso n'ime ya.
Okay,
sorry. What is the question?
Ọ bụrụ na anyị nweta onwe anyị, anyị aga-eso n'ime ndị asị na anyị nweta onwe anyị ụmụ Afrịka gbakọ sị na anyị chọrọ inwe ofu ego, anyị aga-aba n'ofu ego ahụ.
Of course, I'm a Pan-Africanist, but I believe that for Africa to flourish and progress, we must disintegrate Africa and come back together like European Union. So if we do that, we are going to be part of Africa, whatever establishment that is going to be. But at the same time, we must protect and make sure that the policy are favorable and for the interest of Biafra. Anything we are going to do within the African continent must be the interest of Biafra first before anything. So yes, we will be part of such arrangement. And then you talked about the social welfare. Biafra government will have, is a must. We must have social welfare services to make sure that we balance the damage that Nigeria has done on our people. So government is going to provide for the unemployed people in Biafra, the aged people in Biafra. It is not going to be easy, it's going to be very difficult, but we will put up a system to make sure that no matter how little, that people will be able to feed and have shelter. We will provide social service for Biafra people, and we are going to copy from Finland. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Hello?
Hello? Go ahead, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Go ahead, straight to your question.
Obatobie. Ndewo, Chineke gọzie gị. Enwe m ajụjụ kama na Chineke bi n'eluigwe gọziri wee were anyị wee mee gị anyị wee nwee hope again. Ịkpọke odogwu ka ewu odogwu akata aka.
All right, we are here for questions. If you don't have questions, please don't call.
I don't have questions. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ali. Biko onye na-akpọ no na-akpọ ya wụrụ for question. Biko onye na-akpọ no ya wụrụ for question.
Diolamma, can you give me just a minute? Let me get water for myself, please.
Thank you, sir. Hello, good evening. N'ihe nwe ndidi ọbata obi na-abịa. O jere iweta ihe. Nah, the call too much.
Diego.
Yeah, the call too much.
Na call it too much. Since I'm gonna jam,
jam
Igbo lag m ada Diolamma.
Na aka chukwu dị aka o
Igbo lag m. In fact, I go to Biafra. Did they get land that Biafran land? If I knew. If I could jump on Yahoo. But they got land.
Ọbatobia bịa go juzie ya ajụjụ Ọbatobia bata ọ ji aga azụ.
Okay.
Ngwa na-ekwu ọ na-ege gị ntị.
Okay. Good evening.
Ndewo.
Ana m ekele gị Ashim from Sidia na-akpọ. Ajụjụ m na-ajụ gị bụ kemgbe bụ na ebe anyị gadobere na ọnọdụ anyị nọ ebe okay ọnọdụ anyị nọ na ebe anyị gadobere na this struggle o nwere ihe gwekọtara ime gị o nwere ihe megidere gị gị nwee ike change oge si na-emezi ihe number 1. Number 2, ị nwere ike ichetara anyị okwu ikweta maazị ikwu oge nọ ịwụ na One Nigeria mere na Facebook. After imechara that program, enwere okwu ikwuru before rising to this struggle. Nwere ike ichetara ya igwe ya kwa na ichetara ma agwa gị.
Before Bayern struggle.
Yeah. It's the last program in Facebook.
I don't know. Can you remind me?
Okay. Okay, because of this struggle coming to the The last one they place, you see this Nigerian flag. Very soon, it will turn to Biafra flag.
Okay.
How do you put it? How do you put that in that very wow. Say yes, I am going to tell you. So care number one. So I'm very happy. I don't take them so again. All because of this struggle. So thank you, Nihi. Then the second question, when I know I will keep change. One will keep change. None of time on email, one of time on this struggle. I knew you were never in age. Only when keep making look at this. That is only when you can make it. I guess somebody named get last chance in the name.
I can only change to be a beast.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, my PM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. How about your George? Okay, Isagwe, because Isagwe. Thank you. Hello, nah, I call it too much. Hello, nah, Hello, good evening. Because 1 minute, and I'm mad at too much, so that I know only like and the mad wake, especially and don't know is the luno.
Okay. Ekelemo Prime Minister. Chukugozi. My PM, my question is this.
No,
my question is this. Basaram, when you do the question, Basaram, that here Basara Muslim and Aputani Madigo. Biafra, I quick arrow mocks nearby, and another question again, Basara Emana in the Western world where we are now. Any room wine, Ike very well, and they heard one of them. But Biafra, and he can to the extent that now wine I got also and at the same time we did nowhere. Anyone to that extent.
In Biafra, we are going to have equality, equal opportunity for men and women, but at the same time, we will respect our culture and norms. The tradition of Biafra people, different tradition, different culture, will be the base of Biafra Constitution. So we are going to make sure we preserve our culture. Culture is the way of life of people. But at the same time, we are embracing civilization. We are already civilized, and we are bringing a system that will put Biafra as a nation to compete to other parts of the world. And very, very outstanding country, because of our natural resources, will become a very interest a place for Biafra, for the world to come in. And at the same time, we will make sure that Biafra has a brain-based economy. Women are needed in different positions, and that we have actually displayed in the Biafra government in exile, and of course in the de facto government. Women are doing wonders. Their brain are needed, their experience are needed. So this African mentality of women is this, or women is weaker, is not actually working for us who have embraced civilization and who have come to know the importance of women in society. I want to use Finland as an example. You know, when I start preaching that we are bringing Finland to Biafra, people don't understand why the process already started. Finland, women contributed to Finland being what it is today. And so when I joined the politics in Finland, if you are able to translate the last article about me and Biafra, you will understand that when I joined politics in Finland, one of the major reasons was to learn the system so that I can go back home to use it to change our people and change the system. That was my major reason of joining politics in Finland. And I believe that I have learned a lot. And that's exactly what I'm implementing and using in the Biafra struggle. Finland and Biafra has similar history when it comes to the liberation and independent state. After they got freedom, fought their way out from Russia, they were very, very poor. Very, very, very poor. And even at the same time, Russia also participated somehow in making sure that Finland had something to feed. So Russia was importing. At that time, the whole world almost rejected Finland. Nobody wanted to do business with Finland. This is history that even many Finnish people don't know this history. That many countries of the world rejected Finland. It was still the same Russia that was, that went into agreement to start importing socks, the wool that Finland was producing in order to, boost the economy of Finland then. By that time, nobody in the world wanted to buy this product from Finland. They were virtually producing only this cotton socks and all that, But Russia was importing it in order to, make them have money. And out from nowhere, Finland is what it is today. Women participated in creating Finland and making Finland one of the best countries in the world. So I have actually learned from them, and that is exactly the evidence you can see today in Biafra government in exile. And the progress we are making today is, unimaginable, with unimaginable speed. So women is very, very needed, and we are going to make sure that there is equality in Biafra, in the United States of Biafra. So, yes, women will be part of it. It is you who don't understand the role of women that have to adjust yourself and, make yourself adjustable to live in a Western way and at the same time value our culture. So please, my brother, women are needed to have a very robust nation. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Good
Good
evening, Diolamma.
Good evening.
Good evening, my PM.
There we go.
Yes, I'm calling from Biafra land. Thank you, Prime Minister. My question is this. Please, all these people that has been crying about they grabbed their land, those who are stronger than them took their land, they cry forever, but nothing is happening. All the lands that the government are grabbing from people, what are we going to do when Biafra comes to help to recover the land for the poor people, please?
That particular thing
you.
has been covered in Biafra Charter that was adopted in Helsinki last year. We covered how to solve the problem of land. And one of the way is that the land belongs to the people. And whenever government want to use land for anything that is going to be for the interest of Biafra, the owners will be duly compensated, and the person whoever owned the land will be happy. Those that their land has been taken away by criminals who represent Nigeria within Biafra land, of course, those who took that land by force, it will be revoked. We'll go through the process to make sure everything followed a due and legal process to revoke every illegally possessed land in our land. So we'll make sure that the fight for our freedom is not just to free as a nation or as an entity, but also to give hope and life, return hope and life to the people of Biafra who has suffered all manner of evil treatment under Nigeria. So those things will be returned back to them. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Diolamma, your sister for worry.
Yeah.
Oh, Batobie!
Okay.
There we
Good evening, sir. I have like 2 questions to ask you. I know you just said about social welfare to your people, but if they are young, like people that can still work, are you going to give them like a deadline, like 1 year or 2 years? Because if you give them social welfare, like free house, money for food, they might be lazy and they don't want to work. Are you going to put like a deadline? Say, okay, if you started collecting welfare for 1 year, or by 2 or 3 years, if you are not off it, they will take you off. Are you going to do that, or will it going to be permanent? That is for
Are you lazy? Are you lazy in the United Kingdom?
Yes, I am.
You are lazy. All right. So come and be lazy in Biafra. You are going to receive social services and welfare in Biafra. If you like, be lazy. But what I can assure you is that the social service, social welfare you are going to receive in Biafra land can only afford you to buy food. It can't afford you to buy iPhone 14. So if you want to have iPhone 14, you go to work.
Yes.
You can buy food, stay in your house, drink water with your children, but you can't enjoy the good things like MacBook Pro. If you want to buy MacBook Pro, you go to work. So, but food put on your table, security put on your table, and social amenities you are going to have in your different communities and world. But if you want to buy Range Rover, you go to work. If you want to buy a nice car, you go to work. That's where you get the money to buy it, not from the government.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, when you come to the hospital, when you come to the when you said free hospital, with the free hospital be for everybody or for just the old people when it comes to the
everybody that is legally in Biafra land documented and is a Biafra citizen or staying with Biafra government residence permit, you will have access to free healthcare system. Yes.
Okay,
At the same time, we are going to have a national insurance scheme, which we are going to announce later. We need to put all these structures in place ahead of time. So the national insurance scheme of Biafra will subsidize the hospital, bill or the healthcare bills and all that. So they will subsidize it. So if you go to hospital, for example, and the cost of you visiting a doctor is 100 HMA, 100 Biafra HMA, for example, the national insurance scheme of Biafra will cover 90% of that, and you're going to pay 10 HMA instead of 100.
Okay.
That's the system.
There's a little bit of thing here. If, for example, like here in UK, if you don't have your document, but they will still allow you to have, if you are a pregnant woman, you want to go and have a child, they will still allow you to go to the hospital to have your child, but they will not let you go. The kind of, I don't know how I will call it, it looks weird, but the police will be on your case, they will come to you to find out how you're going to pay. But if somebody is standing for you, then the person can put their credential down for you to have that free delivery, or because you must get the treatment before payment. So if they don't have nationality of Biafra, will you treat them regardless?
That is a United Kingdom. We are not going to copy United Kingdom. We are going to copy Finland system somehow. And in Finland, if you are not residing in Finland legally, and you want to give birth, of course, you pay the bill, the hospital bill yourself. And if you don't have the money to pay, you are still going to receive treatment or give birth anyway through a process that the system provide for people like you. And then later on, the bill will come. If you end up staying in Finland, it will come either through the debt collectors, or you go to if you cannot pay the bill, the bill will go straight to to the money collection authority. So the bill is there somewhere waiting for you until you have your stay in Finland, and then they will come to you and say, when are you going to start paying this money? So if you cannot afford it, they may write it off at the end of the day. But whether the process is there for you to to show that this particular treatment or this giving birth in the hospital without document is subject to payment. Yes, it's subject to payment, but at the same time, the right of the children or the right of the unborn child is already protected, making sure that the child receive adequate healthcare service, even at birth. That is not subject to you paying money ahead of time. But once you go through the process, you, as a mother, you are going to be attended to, given that particular attention, and you give your birth. But at the end of the day, the bill is still on your head, and you will have to settle it when you have the money. So we're going to do the same
Last
thing.
question.
Nobody,
Thank
please,
you.
another person will ask.
Last question.
Another person. When you
Nobody is going to stay in Biafra land and then you get sick and the hospital will tell you to pay money before treatment. No, we will make sure that that right is protected. And you're going to receive treatment, and then later on, the issue of payment will follow. Thank you.
I think enwe m ajụjụ ntị ka nkele gị ihe ọma niile mere anyị Jehova dube gị Jehova gozie gị mana jide gị na mbata gị ntị ka nkele gị ka nye gị ekele dị mma ka nye gị ekele enwe m ihe na-ajụ
thank you
gozie gị
start off for question
ọ ya adịrị gị mma mgbe ebighị ebi
ise thank you. Hello. Hey. Phone
enwere m ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ.
Biko 1 minute biko.
Okay, Diolamma. Ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ mana ndị na ka ahịa anyị na-azụ ọ na oge Biafra ga-abịa kedu ka a ga-esi ahịa ọ ga-abụ individual ka ọ ga-abụ gọọmenti ga-eji over ka anyị nwasị azụkwara ahịa kịta ọrụ individual na-akwụwa tax to the gọọmenti ka ọ ga-abụ ma gọọmenti a ga-take over everything.
Thank you very much. The business we do, both the apprenticeship system remains the same. The only difference is going to be we are going to modify it, to see more robust outcome from it, especially that will benefit the entire Biafra as a nation, and of course, benefit our people. So the thing is that every business owner will be protected under Biafra government, and there will be possibility for startup businesses to get some startup fund. This will encourage new ideas, new businesses to set up businesses in Biafra land and then create jobs. So government will map out some kind of startup fund using either the Economic Development Center project, and this will encourage youth and young people to go into opening their own businesses. So once you have a very good idea of business and you want to go into business, you will make a proposal, make application to something like Economic Development Center or Biafra, and they are going to assess your application and make a decision. And once they make that decision, it means that your social welfare services, like the stipend you are receiving as an unemployed person, will automatically change to a startup fund. So that startup fund is that for the time being you are running your businesses, you are going to receive a certain amount every month for 6 months. So we are looking at within the time of setting up your business to the next 6 months, you should be able to start selling. And if that is not happening after 6 months, the same development center will review your situation and see whether to extend it again for the next 6 months. So, but the maximum that the government can support you is 18 months, which will be, is 3 times 6. So we believe that with this 6 months by 3, you should be able to have stand as an independent person and as an entrepreneur. And if you fail, you may not be able to get support again, for a very long time. And before then, you must have stand as a human being and as an independent person. So this is the system we want to run. And this will make sure that people are encouraged to go into self-employment, entrepreneurship, and then, of course, create more job in Biafra than allowing the people and not doing anything for them. And then you begin to see criminalities every now and then. You are going to spend more money trying to stop the criminality, to solve it, than the money you are going to spend to position the people to aspire to become what they want to be in life and to help society. This is the difference between Africa and the West. And we are bringing it to Africa for the very first time. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Abatobia nwere onye juru na comment section kedu ife ya eme ndị
Good
native
evening,
doctor.
Obatobia. Mmụọ na-apụ apụ. Good evening, onye ochendo nke Biafra. Biko nwere ihe m sị ka m jụọ mmụọ na-apụ apụ. Oru gị nọ n'ala. Eze ị ga-adị ndụ ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Biko mmụọ agbata efe o nwere ihe m sị m ajụọ. Ihe awụ nkwa. Nna anyị ukwu kwere anyị niile wu ndị Biafra bụ Nnamdi Kalụ mgbe ọ nọ n'elu ala. Mgbe ha na-ekidnapụbeghị ya, ọ gwara anyị sị na anyị nwa na onwe anyị na-agaghị skuul onwekwe nke anyị ma ọkwa gị nwawu ọkụ anyị ọkwa gị nwawu uje na ụna anyị. Biko mmụọ na-apụ apụ. Ọ gwara anyị na olileanya dịrị anyị.
Question ka ị na-ajụ ife ọkwanụ question go straight to your question.
Question m bụ nke a. Ọ gwara anyị na mgbe ahụ na anyị nwa na onwe anyị na-aga skuul na enwere ọrụ a ga-enye anyị na anyị ga na-arụ ọrụ na-enweta ezigbo ego. Biko mmụọ na-apụ apụ ihe ahụ ka ugwu otu ahụ ka ọ dị.
So long as you are able to show your talent God gave you, and you can work, you have experience in a particular work you want to do, of course, you will work and get paid. So it does not matter your education and all that. Experience is what we're going to use in Biafra land, okay? So what can they do?
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Because 1 minute.
Yeah, good
1
evening.
minute. 1 minute. Biko.
Okay, I don't know I'm making the great Pierre. Obato Bie, Ekene, your year yoga. Ekene, as bad.
Hello.
We millions this year. Yeah, on your name.
Hello. Biko, go straight. Biko na Biko.
Okay. Well, one question to you. For example, like India where resident permit of citizen outside the country. I want to Biafra. I am only allowed to contest or to become a Biafran citizen because of this dual citizen. Are they going to allow them to contest in any post to open a I can
That is a legislative work as at now. I believe that shouldn't be our problem. All of us have dual citizenship, Finland and Biafra. I have the citizenship of Finland and Biafra. So we are fighting to liberate Biafra. So I don't think that should be a problem of anybody for now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Hello. 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 Unu kpọọ before unu na-akpọ make enu sure na unu gbanyụrụ ebe unu si watch because ọ na-edistọb. Biko. Hey, na the thing na jam nke na call the too much. Thing na jam nke amaghị na-esi eme. There's no way. Hey. And no way.
All right, those who have something to ask should come now, including the Nigeria people, including the Nigeria people, not just Biafrans. Those Nigeria people looking for Simon Ekpa to ask question, or do the Nigeria IPOB pressure group, you are also very welcome to ask question. Not just the people that like what I'm doing. I like those who there were.
Onye na juru na-asị kedu ife ya eme ndị native doctor ndị native doctor niile ajuru ba anyị na ọnwụ na Biafra bịa gịnị ka ife ya kedu oche nyere ka ebe ya edowe those people kedu ife ya emefa.
Native doctors are the traditional worshippers. They are the pastors of the traditional worshippers. So you give them the same treatment you give church pastors. These are the pastors who are traditional worshippers, and of course they must, worship and do whatever they are doing in accordance with the law of Biafra. So the documentation is one, documentation of the traditional worshippers, making sure that they follow the constitution and the law of Biafra, which is based on our culture and value. So the position is that they are the same way as pastors in their own ways. And of course, we have a ministry that will be in charge of any issue, any complaint, or any kind of violation from the side, both from the pastors and from these native doctors or the traditional worshippers, and both the Jewish worshippers. So this department we already have, which you at Diolamma is part of before. I don't know if you are still part of that in the government. So we started this foundation from the scratch, so that the issue of traditional worshippers or pastor will not be abused or used to abuse our people or abuse the system. It must be a standard that will meet the day, the day need, or the way the world is today, like from the international community or from the civilized world in the Western America. So we're going to make sure that it is not what you see in Nigeria, what they are doing today in Nigeria, that it must be well regulated according to the law of Biafra, where everybody will respect and value each other. Thank you.
Okay. Because ndị na-akpọnụ ndị chọrọ ịjụ ajụ because the call dị too much, ọ na-ajam manụ no yenelizu, go with your voice message. Go with your voice message. Maybe with your voice message will be okay. Any question ị chọrọ ịjụ PM, because leave a voice message, then a play the voice message. PM and we kids are the answer. It's the too much. No, but the whole Biafra chọrọ talk to you today. It talk with you. It's in the too much. Because no, I don't know if they could go with your voice message. Go with your voice message.
Good evening, Diolamma. Adandegede. Oh, Christy, Kwashoko survivor. Because send the Trinumo link I get you with.
Because no Gano with your voice. When me jam too much, call it too much. Because with your voice is better.
Okay, Mazi, good afternoon. Yeah, question more. Because for our ID card, and when time on the end call anytime, any day, each your email your own, and when particular time for when particular time for the end, you want your own ID card. Thank you.
Between now and October, we want to have this first batch of the ID card up to at least 15,000. And that's the agreement we have with the verification company. So it is advisable that anybody who wants to have the ID card must apply now and not later, because even if you are going to apply later, the process and the procedure may change and it may become more difficult for you. So we want to get as many as possible between now and October, and we're looking at least 15,000 applicants. Thank you.
Yeah, PM, good evening. Okay, madam. I agree with you. Because my question will go this way. This is our place. Just let me put it this way. I'm from here, local government. From within this rift to just call it a moody our mom, every one pole, I want that take idea. There are set materials everywhere there. So I want to say control that system all of Biafra there, because the thing they abuse it too much. And even if somebody be here, so when way out. Why you see regular here, but this one that taking business, but you also na Aliba. Yeah, but question different. Thank you.
I don't think that is an issue to discuss here. People that are selling apatiosi, is that your problem? If they stop selling apatiosi, how are you going to bury your people when they die? Or you think everybody's going to live till the end of the life? So apatiosi is not my problem. It is the least thing that is worrying us as Biafra in the liberation. So it's not an issue I can discuss. Thank you.
Ọbata obi asị nka nkele gị nwoke ike. Ajụjụ mbụ
Kristi kwashọta survivor biko send the training link a ga
Ada Diolamma, biko ajụjụ nchọgodo eji uwe obere ajụjụ biko etu e nwere 3 steeti kịta mụnwa si old Ebonyi steeti etu e nwere 3 steeti n'ime Ebonyi steeti anwa each place nwere ndị na-achịkọ ha dịka de facto gọọmenti in exile ndị si ha adị iche iche ka ofu onye ka wepụta maka that 3 steeti anwa biko ka anyị maragodu
Each state have their administrators. So each state have their deputy administrator. Each state have their secretary of state. Each state have their finance director. Each state have this executive, and each county have their county head, so on and so forth. So the old state that we created 3 states from, the Ohachuku state, Ebonyi state, Eda state, have 3, they have their separate administrators. So, and that's how it is in all 40 states of Biafra. So we have 40 administrators in the 40 states of Biafra. Thank you.
Diolamma, good evening, ma. Okay, Kenelum PM, Sanande Kene, Abokatanam, Ditin Najam. So, Mananozim keep with sister, city is in our voice. So I'll drink to a jubo, Abuajuna abo. Amoram Kedakan, Esto Yamamo going to large drive before. Manobo no more Julia Jumobo, Deka Uma Biafran as a citizen of Biafra. Kedu ihe ga-abụ ihe nwete onye anwa dịka onye Biafra maka na ịgacha na mba ndị ọzọ dị iche iche like Finland, England, all these developed country ha na-enwecha the benefit ndị their citizens na-enwe as a citizen. So gịnị ga-abụ ihe nweta dịka nwa Biafra? Then nke abụọ bụrụ ga-enwe asụsụ ga-ejikọta ala Biafra niile a ga na-akpọ like ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya official language. A ga-enwe asụsụ bụ ije Idoma ịsụọ onye Idoma aghọta ihe ikwu, ije Ichekiri ịsụọ onye Ichekiri aghọta ihe ikwu. A ga-enwe asụsụ ga-ejikọta ala Biafra ga-abụ official language Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have addressed this question before. You are probably joining now. The language issue, you can go back again and watch. I will not go back to discuss it.
Yes.
Another thing is that the issue of what you are going to get as a Biafran first is that you are going to get freedom, where you will not be killed, where your right to freedom of speech will not be infringed, where you are not going to be a second-class citizen, where you are going to aspire to become anything and government will make it possible, where you are going to get to your potential, reach your potential, and become what you want to be in life for the benefit of your family, Biafra, and to the world. So that is what we're going to offer. Every other thing will be a plus. But the most important thing is that you live in a free country where your aspiration, where your talent, God-given talent, will be, you use it to help the nation, and you become whatever you want to be in life uninterrupted, and the government will support you in any way you want. That's what you are going to get as a Biafran. And with this, you will be proud of being a Biafran when you travel outside Biafra land, you will be respected and not seen as a criminal, like you see, like they happened to you today as a Nigerian carrying Nigeria green passport. So this is one thing that Biafra will give you that is greater than anything: freedom. Thank you. Crowd or millions of the people. Just few people that are committed, we are good to go. And that's what we have been able to prove today. The progress and the success we have recorded under the government will tell you that you don't need crowd. And look at the people that are always making donation. They don't believe that it is because we are using the donation to achieve what we have achieved today. They believe that the Biafra government is being funded by some unseen, financiers. But let them continue to worry about that. So you don't need multitude to do that. But the more people that are committed come into the struggle, the better and the faster we are going to make our, move. Thank you.
Hello, Maazị Ọbata Obie Mkpọmkpọ m na-akpọ gị mbụbo nọ n'elu nkwụ egwu anaghị atụ. Ajụjụ m bụ, kedu ihe kara gị obi mere ala ji wee na-agbaghara aghara na Naịjirịa i wee declare Tinubu wanted na ndị associate ya? Kedu ihe kara gị obi iji wee declare ya wanted? Ndị Biafra nọ na homeland chọrọ ịma maka na ha sị na ha fụtụbeghị ụdị nka. So ka ọ dị na m enweghị ike ịkọ ọmụmụ in atraịgo m bete ọ banyere ngajisi ike nna m, Chukwu gọzie gị for being in our midst.
All right. Actually, I waited for somebody to ask this question. The thing is that Tinubu is not that represent Biafra people. Biafra people did not vote Tinubu. Tinubu is a criminal. And he remained a criminal. The records are there. He's a drug kingpin, and that's what he remained. So he was not voted in Biafra land. And that is a fact. We have not validated the current government of Nigeria. I will never validate them. Sometimes when people show this kind of worry, I think they really do not understand how serious we are about Biafra freedom. What we did is the right thing. Because the killings in our land seeing the death of our children, our women, being perpetrated by the Nigeria government using their security forces in Biafra land. Who is in charge? Is Tinubu. Who is being used is the governors. Hope Uzodinma. Now, apart from that, the vice president of Nigeria today, we've heard in a secret leaked audio in 2015 how he did not know he's going to become the vice president today. He was planning genocide, economic genocide, and genocide against Biafra land and the Biafra people. And then he said they are going to destroy every businesses of Ndibo and make sure that Igbos will be rendered useless. And he became the vice president of Nigeria. And that is happening. They started carrying out this particular plan to annihilate Ndibo, destroy their businesses in Lagos. They have started. So they now came and declared Simon Ekpa wanted for fighting for freedom. And I would say, when people were panicking, the IPOB Nigeria are panicking that one of their name appeared there. That is to show you they are never fighting for Biafra freedom. They're never. Because if you are fighting for freedom of your people, you are not going to be afraid and scared and show fear in the front of your enemy. Okay? And that is a badge of honor. Declaring me wanted for fighting for freedom is a badge of honor. It means that the freedom is finally coming. It means that they are no longer ignoring that thing in Finland. It means that the Nigeria agent is no longer Nigeria agent. It means that the Tinubu paying $25 million, because these are the allegations that they put on my head. That Tinubu paid me $25 million to thwart the election in the Southeast. All this allegation came in a bid to blackmail me. It never worked. So they declared me wanted for fighting for my freedom. It means that the freedom is coming. And everybody that is following me must be proud of this, because one thing you should know is that I am not a terrorist and I can never be a terrorist. So I am not bothered by tagging me a terrorist. I'm not bothered because I know I'm not one. And the country where I'm living, no, I'm not a terrorist. They have been through what I'm going through now. And they understand very well. I must defend my people. And what I'm doing is to tell Biafrans they have the right to defend themselves. They have the right to buy guns and bullets to defend the women and children. You don't expect people to come with guns and kill, and you expect people to defend themselves with belly hand. No, you need a gun. If they come with GPMG, buy big GPMG to fight them when they come with GPMG. If they come with AK-47, buy AK-47 to fight them when they come. Because enough is enough. We cannot continue to see and watch our people getting killed by Nigeria state in the bid to force everybody to become one country. Nobody can accept that in this world. So, and I am here to be more than Mandela, because believe me, Nigeria is worse than South Africa. Yes. And so I have taken, and many people have taken more than what people in South Africa took. Of course, Mandela was in prison for many years. It did not stop them from achieving their aims. So whenever the enemy declare you wanted or declare you a terrorist, like Mazinam Dekano used to say, it is a badge of honor. It means that you are no longer to be ignored. It means that the threat of seceding, according to them, has become reality. It means that they have seen what you don't see. And if they don't stop it, they know that the freedom is coming. So they will do everything to stop you. And for them to have come this far in declaring me wanted among terrorists, and I know I'm very happy that a lot of people have reacted. So what do we do as a government? We are going to also look into those sponsoring terrorism in Biafra territory. And we have listed them. There are many of them that the list may even come up later. But for now, Tinubu is a criminal. We have not voted for him. He is not a president of Biafra people. He is not representing us. He is not for our best interest. So declaring him wanted for causing and sponsoring terrorism and killing in our land is not out of contest. And that is what every government should do. So, because we do not validate him, and we don't validate his government, and we are already in government, Biafra government. So people should not, think that we are doing IPOB, one family. We're not doing IPOB, one family. We are in government, in exile. And this legitimacy of the Biafra government in exile has been confirmed through different civil disobedience that the Biafra people have followed and respected. And we have continued to prove to the world since 2021 that the only government that Biafra people are loyal to are the Biafra government in exile. Today, every Monday, we prove that. When I was telling people of Biafra that we must continue to sit at home, people don't understand. This is one of the reasons. Let us assume that since 2021, they come with all this blackmail. Oh, sit at home is destroying this and destroying that. And then we call it off, for example, in 2022. By now, what are you going to use to say that Biafrans are supporting your government? What is the proof? What is the evidence to show that indeed the people you are fighting for are supporting you? There is no evidence. No, I want everybody to meditate and think over this. Because I said from the beginning, one of the reasons, apart from the demand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, is to delegitimize Nigeria, to rubbish them before international community, to take away the trust given to them, to take away the power given to them, to make sure that we prove to the world that they have lost control of the Biafra territory, and the control of that territory today lies in the Biafra government in exile. That's why they understand it very well, more than you. And they have come with everything to stop sit at home is not stopping. Now they say, oh, we are forcing people to sit at home. And we have made it very clear, we don't force anybody to sit at home. So in order to discredit this particular legitimization that the Biafra people has given to us as a government, they tell you, you force people. And then I said, if you think we force people, organize a referendum. Let us know whether we are going to force people to vote or not. So we are ahead of them. And that's why it's very, very important that this sit at home and every civil disobedience we are going to announce going forward, the Biafra people must embrace it heavily, because it is part of the evidence to show that Nigeria is no longer controlling the territory of Biafra. And the same way we have raised army to defend our mother and our children is the same way we are going to defend the declaration of Biafra after December 2nd. Thank you.
Ada Diolamma, line ga na-adị aga sef eziokwu ọ na-adị aga. Biko amana m ga-play this my voice message for him. Enena kelere m ọbata obi mmiri na-arị ugwu. Anọ nkanka mpi oke ọmụwa kwashọkọ survival. So ọmụwa ana m ajụ si ndị mgbe agha ha enweghị opportunity ịga skuulu maka agha, asị m onwe enyemaka nwere ike inyere ha ka ha nwere ike arụ ọrụ ha ebe ha nwere ike ịga akwụkwọ, mbụ ndị nke chọrọ ịga akwụkwọ.
Of course, it is going to be part of this. Of course, it is going to be part of the scheme of the government. So we will provide whatever those who are part of the liberation, if they want to go further their education, the government will give them special preferences for that.
Okay. Now, about Obi, Ajuju Kalekwala.
Ada mbụ na ndị egede ajụjụ nwere ịjụ ọbata obi bụ nwere ka ụfọdụ a na-agba akwụkwọ na-ajụ esi m Naijiria akpọ mana ebe oche anyị dịkwa dị nọọsụ nọ na Ọktoba ka onye dịkiri ya Biafra nwa na-ajụ ọbata obi kedu ka o si akwado maka na Naijiria bụ nnukwu obodo maka na ndị be anyị na-atụ ụjọ nke anụrụ arụ ọzọ a na-abịa so kedu ka o si akwado dịka iji nweta ndị Igbo ụmụ nwaanyị na ụmụaka anyị ọzọkwa ndị Igbo niile nọ na mba na mba ịmana dịka ọgụ a bido na-abịakwa ndị Naijiria abịa bịara atụ bọmbụ ebe niile ikesịkwa atụ mbụ so biko ka ọ kụwara anyị ka o sikwa obodo ka anyị nwe n'ebe a ka obi sikwu anyị ike ndewo.
Ka anyị sikwara bụ na ọgụ ebidogo a na-anụ ọgụ since 2021 na-aka na mgbe na-eche mgbe a na-anụ ọgụ che na mgbe abịa bọmbụ ọbe gị ma na-anụbago ọgụ abọmbago ebe ọzọ gaa n'Imo gaa n'Ọlụ gaa everywhere ka ife ha na bọmbụ ndị mmadụ dị a na-abọmbụ ụlọ so a na-anụ ọgụ and because na bọmbụ bụ village gị does not mean na ị na-eche mgbe ọgụ ga-ebido ọgụ ebidogo since 2021 and we are fighting them systematically. And like I said, no Nigeria military or any security forces that are killing our people are allowed in our land. So that don't wait until they come to you. Only thing you need to do now is to preach the gospel of freedom to the people you know, to support, so that when it comes to your house, we have the presence of Biafra Liberation Army there to resist them like we are resisting them in Imo State and many other places. Thank you. What the Nigerian media have succeeded in doing, if you can imagine this person is calling from the zoo to say if the war comes. So he doesn't even know that there's war going on for the past 3 years. And people are being killed, houses are burnt, plane throwing bomb from the air to bomb people in Imo State. And he is here saying if the war starts. So that is to show you how, the lack of information. And he also said that Biafra is going to be declared in October. He is not even listening, even if he's watching. We are going to declare the restoration of independence of Biafra in December 2nd. 2nd day of December 2024. There is nothing I have said in this liberation that I have not come to pass. I made it very clear that I know the day Biafra will come. A lot of people don't understand it. But I said, don't worry. As time goes on, you are going to understand. Because what you don't know is bigger than you. Today, they are not talking about the 2nd of December. Thank you.
Hello?
I want to ask a question to our PM. My question, I don't know if I should go ahead and ask.
Good evening.
Good evening.
There were
wondering why. My question was, all these people, Chiburuline, like Obasanjo and all the rest, Omoha Odina Enahana, Hani Umuha Wacha General, Nacha, cause all this problem. So, I won't say now go, and I get your job and they put that woman because I'm your
na akwụkwọ nsọ si na-eji aja nna ajụjụ nke a ngakwara nnu ya awụ ndị Yoruba ahụta m ajụjụ nwa Obasanjo chibulu ụnụ na ndị achị ahụta m this question ajụjụ
na-ekwu ụmụ ha nọ n'amị kịta ụmụ ha na-eme anyị ihe na-abịa akpọta ndị Boko Haram na-abịakwa na-achọ ime ihe nna ha mere nna anyị so ụmụ ha ama m otu a ga-esi eso this ihe onye ajụjụ na-ajụ otu ihe Prime Minister
Sobia etu anyị si esi ya ka ọ bụrụ na onwebeghị ihe n'afọ then start paying attention so efu ka anyị si eso ha ndewo
onye nke a na-akụ egwu ka ya bụ onye na-akụ egwu
ada ndị mbụ na ndị egede mgbe njibata online ụnyaahụ ọbụna program agwụgo mana emechara m gezie ya ege na nke atọpụ ụtọ ọta ọkwara ntị ọbụlasị ọmụzi ihe Biafra
ọkwa ndị kpọrọ nụ
I don't have a question to ask PM. It's just to greet him and tell him that he will be let him be more stronger. You understand? And I also pray for him that the zoo government will not go near him. And also, I want to just thank him for what he has been doing. All our hope is on him. That's only what I'm trying to say. I don't have question. You understand? Don't let him.
Thank you, my brother. Obie. Life okuru.
Obatobie,
Yes.
the dragon himself. Diolamma, ụtụtụ ọma. Ajụjụ m nwere ịjụ my PM bụ, though ama m that na with my PM, Maazị Simon Ekpa, the dragon, and Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, all the problem of Biafra is solved.
Yes.
Ajụjụ m na-ajụ bụ, ndị anwa enwere ndị anwa a suspended na IPOB Nigeria because na ha kwenye na Simon Ekpa, na ha sọpọtụrụ Simon Ekpa, na ha na-ekwusi na enwere ihe ha fụrụ maka Simon Ekpa, na-ekwusi ike, na-alụdite na-ekwu Simon Ekpa, ewerekwuru because of Simon Ekpa suspend ha. Ọ bụrụ na Biafra bịa, enwekwara otu a ga-esi recognize ndị anwa, because ndị anwa ebelivuru na ndị agha nwere amamihe, enwere ihe ha fụrụ, enwere vision ha fụrụ.
Anybody that was sacked because he was supporting Simon Ekpa, and they are not part of what we're doing now. I don't know the reason why you were sacked. So I don't understand. If we are sacked because of Simon Ekpa, you should be able to be part of what Simon Ekpa is doing. So why did you get sacked and then you are not part of us and we are waiting for you to be recognized for being sacked? That doesn't make any sense. So if you are sacked and you know that what Simon Ekpa is doing is good and you support him, you should be able to come and support what Simon Ekpa is doing, not just go and start sleeping in your house after you get sacked. And it doesn't make sense at all. So we will only recognize those who have participated in making sure that the liberation of Biafra is successful. Yes. These are the people that will have a special place in Biafra, not those who that was sacked and they go back and start supporting Obi or supporting one Nigeria. Then you come back to say you were sacked. So you have to be compensated for being sacked. I don't understand that. There.
My Biko, achọrọ m ịjụ ajụ, a na-akpọ from the zoo. Achọrọ m ịmata the meaning of ejima, maka na I'm interested ịmata ka ego ahụ si wee bịa, aha ya bụrụ ejima, maka ọ dị nke asị na old money a na-akpọba ha ụta ha, na mara how come o ji wee bịa.
All the Kagasino old money, go and research. We cannot just come here and be telling you everything. I believe your voice, from your voice, you got 30 years. Go and research and know where ejima come from. Ibonye Biafra, and you don't know what is ejima. Ejema. Sorry.
Ada, good evening. Prime Minister, good evening, sir. Ajụjụ nsị ka m jụọ bụ, ọ bụ na di na nwaanyị na-anụ ọgụ, di ya ewekwa nwaanyị ihe, onwe punishment ndị gọọmenti ga-enye nke nwoke bụ di ya, ọ ga-ahapụ ya ka ọ na free otu ha si eme na Nigeria?
Abusing of women is not going to be condoned in Biafra, especially if you are part of the government. After, if you are part of the government and you abuse a woman or abuse your wife, believe me, except I am not aware of it. So there is no place for you for that until you go and resolve your family issues.
Good evening. Are there plans to maintain the vegetation we have around compounds and houses, especially in the countryside area? I am asking this question because there have been discussions about development and modernizing different towns, but I am hopeful that the countryside will be maintained, and this would be especially useful when we try to sell Biafra as a great destination for tourists. Thank you.
Yes, the countryside vegetation will be allowed. I don't think we'll have any problem with that. It is called countryside, so you are going to be allowed to do your vegetation in the countryside.
Biko, before I continue, asị m ji ọgụ na ọnwụ na Biafra bịa na alụkwụsị niile dị na Igbo ekpochapụchara ekpochapụ gbasara ndị ụka kpochapụ ọnwụ na obodo chọọ ilita ọnụ dị alụsị alụkwụsị be ha bak bido kwafewekwu ya ka esi efe mgbe gboo Biafra bịa ọ dị possible biko?
I don't understand. You got it again.
Alụsị ịma obodo niile abịa n'ala Igbo obodo niile nwere alụsị ndị gboo na-efe a na-akpọ alụkwụsị mana abịazie na-akpọzi ya alụsị. Ya ajụjụ nna ajụ ma ndị ụka bịara ebusisia ndị mebisichazie ekpochapụchazie ndị unu alụsị unu mmụọ dị n'ala Igbo. Ajụjụ nna ajụ ọnwụ na Biafra bịa ọnwụ na o nwere ndị ka chọrọ ị na-efe ya ife mmụọ ahụ enwere ike ileta ọnụ mmụọ ahụ bak bido fekwa ya ka esi efe bifo mmụọ ndị gboo.
That will be the decision of there must be an approval from the Department of Religion, from the Religions and the Monitoring Department, after they have thoroughly investigated the root cause of whatever grievances they have, and with the decision of that Department of Religions and Monitoring Group, I believe if they reach to a very good conclusion that is for the best interest of the people and for this in the best interest of the community, as the case may be, yes, they may have approval to return it. But if after deliberation, investigation, the Religious Monitoring Department of Biafra find and conclude that it will not be for the best interest, peace, tranquility, and harmony of the people, then they can make a decision that that kind of deity may not return, and that decision become final. So everything has to go through a due process.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, my PM, the Odinta Omenka Opupumbo, the nightmarish against all the enemies of Biafra. Please, I want you to kindly answer this question because I saw the pressure that is coming to our coastal region.